After 3 years of having to produce the Portal to Ascension conference online, we have been waiting for this moment. The Portal to Ascension conference is returning live and in person. Join us at the Marina Village in San Diego, California, April 21st to 23rd, 2023. As massive shifts are happening on the planet and hidden truths are being uncovered, we are piecing together the fragmented parts of our existence and timeline. At Portal to Ascension, we are dedicated to full circle awareness of the truth of who we are and remembrance of our connection to the cosmos. This is showtime. There is no holding back. Now is the time for us to harmonize the frequencies and create unity and peace on Earth. We are deprogramming from an outdated matrix system, re-educating and remembering an inherent truth that connects us all. As we come together, we activate our truest potentials, individual gifts, and collective resolve. We are ushering a whole new reality that we know is possible and is waiting for us to embrace it. Join founder Neil Gore and the entire Portal to Ascension team with hosts Alan Steinfeld, Michelle Anderson, and Joan of Angels over these 3 days, April 21st to 23rd, 2023. We will experience musical performances by Larissa Stowe and the Shakti Tribe, Vox Angeles, Share the Light, Admiral Apollo, and Torquem G. This conference features incredible luminaries such as JJ and Desiree Hurtak, Adam Apollo, Carolyn Corey, Robert Schock, Linda Moulton Howe, Robert Edward Grant, Barbara Lamb, and many more. Register now at ascensionconference.com. It is time for humanity to awaken.
Experience for yourself a leading-edge device designed to assist in the rapid expansion of human consciousness. The Stargate is an interdimensional doorway, a geometric structure that emits a powerful, high vibrational energy field, an energy that can move participants into a deep meditative space within moments. The Stargate's unique sacred geometric structure acts as an anchor for a higher dimensional, conscious energetic, which responds to individuals and groups in creating multi-dimensional experiences for those who meditate with it. It is a high energy field, and in this field, participants are empowered to actually feel and connect with numerous benevolent guides and beings who are invited to join us. On a quantum level, the Stargate works to reactivate an awareness of your own quantum self, your superconsciousness, as well as your multidimensional DNA. It is within your DNA that mysteries of your greater self are held. It holds the key to who you are, who you have been, your part and purpose in the universal scheme, and your ability to communicate directly with spirit. It is my pleasure to welcome Prajit and Jules, Stargate.
Thank you so much, Dr. Victor.
Hello and welcome, everyone. It's a great gift to be with you all today. So you can see behind us this sacred geometrical structure that you've just heard about. It was given to me over 30 years ago now, and it's actually an anchor for a higher dimensional consciousness. And when we work with it in groups, it actually responds to each individual within the group. And a little bit later, we're going to do a meditation. And if you meditate with us, you'll actually feel the energy coming to you.
Yeah, so Pragit channeled this in 1989, and he started channeling as a total surprise. But his origin story of how this Stargate, which is actually cosmic technology, this is a universal technology, came to Earth is really stunning. But I wanted to start today because we're talking about star beings with something our guide Alcazar likes to say to entire groups of people who are working with, which is, you are all extraterrestrials, which makes me giggle because it's true. He has a reason for saying it. So that's sort of today's presentation will be about creating an energy field where we can actually call in some of these star beings and feel their presence, feel the activations, feel the awakenings, feel the enlightened energy.
And it's a pretty amazing experience. But Jules wants me to tell you my beginnings with the star families. I started to channel in a very gentle experience that I was having of a massage. And the channeling just started. I didn't even realize I was channeling at first. When I came out, people were saying, "You were channeling. Do it again, do it again." I doubted it very much. But what actually happened very rapidly was Alcazar started to give my friends demonstrations of the reality. And he would do this by telling them something about their earlier lives that I knew nothing about. And also, he would say to some people, well, in a few days' time, this is going to happen. And when it happens, call Prageet. So I started to get these phone calls from friends saying, wow, what Alcazar predicted, it happened to me. So I started to trust Alcazar and the channeling. But then one day he wanted to talk about Pleiadians and Arcturans. And it's like, I didn't know if that was real. And every time he tried, I cut him off. And he kept on trying, and I kept on cutting him off. And in the end, I said, okay, Alcazar, if it's real, prove it to me. And I thought, well, maybe I'll go out and see a light in the sky or something. I'd heard people seeing lights and ships. I thought that might be happening. What actually happened was he asked me to go down to Casanova, which was my favorite coffee bar on the island. This was on Maui. So I went down there, I sat drinking a cappuccino, and then somebody came up and sat next to me, a couple from Canada. And we got talking, and the lady said, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I was a bit shy, but I said, well, I just started channeling. And she said, oh, great. Will you give my husband a session? So I said, okay. I gave him a session. She called me up that night and said, that was amazing. Would you like to do an exchange and give me a session? So I said, sure. What would you like to exchange? And she said, well, I take people up to the spaceships. So I was like, wow, okay. So she came up to my home. I did a session with her. And afterwards, she said, well, are you ready? And I said, yes, where do we go? You know, getting ready to jump into the car and go somewhere. And she said, no, we don't go anywhere. We go out of body. And I said, well, I don't know how to do that. And she said, just lie down, relax, and we'll help you. And so I was lying there for a few minutes. It was a bit of a challenge. I was a bit nervous. And then suddenly I just felt as if I was lifting out my body. And I could sense my body, but I could also sense my presence. And she said, good, you're out. Now just go straight up. And I went, just this sense of moving without moving. And I found myself lying on something hard. And I could see a thick mist, and I could see shapes of people. She said, just relax a minute. They're going to work on your energy. Then suddenly I could see, and I was in a room, a very small amphitheater type room with maybe a dozen or 16 people there. And they started clapping. And she asked me, she came too, of course. She asked me, do you know why they're clapping? I said, I've got no idea. And she said, they're applauding you because this is the first time you've come up consciously. Usually you come up in your sleep state. And that was kind of quite amazing for me as well. Just the whole experience so far was like beyond what I could have imagined. So the people moved out, and there was just one guy left standing by the door. And she said, do you recognize this person? And I looked at him, and he just felt so familiar, but I didn't know where from. I said, well, I'm not sure. And she said, well, this is you in this dimension. And that was just too much for my mind. I didn't know what to do with that. But anyway, she said that we're going to leave this small craft that we're on, and we're going to go over to the mothership. So we walked out of the door. She was behind me, and he was off to my left. And as we walked along a short corridor, very suddenly, we kind of merged. And she was asking questions, and I was hearing myself answer these questions about the ship and the craft that we were on. And that just kind of popped a fuse or something. I just felt like, okay, I'm just here with this now. And we walked to the end of the corridor, and there was a rectangular shape, like a doorway, but there was no door in it. There was just little dots, tiny dots of white and blue and green light. And they were just very slowly moving down, almost a bit like a waterfall. And we stepped into it, and we stepped out on the mothership. We went along a short corridor, and there we were in the bridge or the control room, which was huge. And all around most of the wall, we could look out into space. And at first, I thought, oh, well, these are big picture windows. But now with current technology, I realized, no, they were probably screens. But anyway, we were high up, and this craft went on for what seemed like miles in both directions. And this process of her asking questions and me talking, giving the answers, was just an amazing, amazing experience. For example, she said to me, well, what's this panel in front of this window or this screen? And I said, oh, that's just for moving around in local space. So all this information just started to come in through her questions. And then at a certain point, a timeless moment, she said, okay, it's time to go back. And so, whoosh, boom, back in the body. And after that, I said, okay, Alcazar, you can talk about extraterrestrials. You can talk about anything you want. And since then, he has been talking about all kinds of amazing insights. So that's how it happened.
So I love this story because it illustrates each and every one of us has this potential. Our guide says that as souls, our higher selves have the ability to split into 12 different aspects, all experiencing life in a different dimensional reality. And our humanness is just one of those 12. So when Prageet met his aspect, this is you in this dimension, and then merged, and then was suddenly able to answer all these questions from that knowledge bank. We all have this treasure chest of connection within this universe within us. And this is the mission of the purpose of the Stargate. It's here to vibrate us with a 12th dimensional frequency that starts to bring our connections to these other realms, to these other parts of ourselves back online, that starts to reawaken our sensitivity to these other perceptive qualities. Like every sense we have in the third dimension, we also have the ability to perceive in other realities. So
really the function of the Stargate is to accelerate our individual and planetary awakening. And it does that in several ways. But as Jules mentioned, when we take you up to the 12th dimension, you become more perceptive, more sensitive to the presence of the guides, all the guides, not just the star families, the angels, the masters, and so on, including the realms of the whales and dolphins, the unicorns,
the dragons,
and so on. And one of our favorite is Symphonia, who's from the Mer realm, mermaid. Okay, so we want to give you an experience of this. And it's a meditation. In order to really benefit and to feel these connections, we strongly suggest that you meditate with us. It'll be a short guided meditation, and our guide Alcazar comes through both myself and Julianne, and he will bring us up to the 12th dimension, and then we'll see where he takes it.
Yeah, so in a moment, we'll turn our camera off and we'll blast off. So be ready. If you're doing other things, it's really best to just lay down or sit straight. You don't have to be any particular way, but if you devote your full attention and let the meditation guide you, you can experience time differently. You'll experience subtle energy. You'll really open into a totally different realm of perception. And I just want to say, for those of you who don't know me, I joined in 2012. And the first time I saw Prageet's face, I had this like deja vu moment. It felt like I was remembering the future. And it came with three feelings. My whole life's about to change. I'm going to travel the whole world. And it's going to be the greatest adventure I've ever been on. And I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. I was planning on becoming a medical doctor at the time. But that was 10 years ago now. And our guide Alcazar said that Prageet and I have done the Stargate work in other planetary systems, which is why I say the Stargate is a cosmic technology. It comes to planetary systems when we're ready to awaken.
Yeah. And apparently Jules and I have worked with this in these other places, but we
don't remember yet.
Remember them. Yes, we're looking forward to that memory. Okay, so during the meditation, there's a few things that Alcazar will ask you to ask for, such as we always start by inviting the energy of the earth, the energy of Gaia. The guides always respond to your intention. And so when you ask for these things, bring your feeling as well as just repeating the words. They don't listen to the words, they respond to your energetic. Okay? And apart from that, there's nothing to do, just relaxing. So we invite you now just to be comfortable, close your eyes, relax, go inside. Beloved ones, we greet thee, 'tis Alcazar. And we invite you simply to allow yourself to relax a little deeper. No effort is needed. And so, as has already been said, we start by inviting the energy of the earth, the energy of Gaia. And so each one of you asking inside for the energy of Gaia to come up into your body, into your energy field.
And so we call for the presence, the energy of the earth.
And just allowing for the possibility that Gaia is responding to you. Some of you might already feel the very subtle energy from the earth. And now we're going to ask you to invite what we call an etheric Stargate, the consciousness of the Stargate. And we're going to invite you to ask for a Stargate to come down around you so that you're sitting or lying down inside the energetic of a Stargate. And if you try and visualize it or imagine it, it helps. You don't have to know exactly what it's like. Or if it's more simple, just imagine yourself inside a pyramid. So each one of you asking now, we call for the presence of an etheric Stargate.
Visualizing, sensing, feeling the Stargate forming around you, a pyramid structure, anchoring the etheric Stargate.
And now asking inside again with a strong intention. Your intention is really important. Asking for the activation of your etheric Stargate.
And so we call for the activation of all the etheric Stargates around the world.
And what will start to happen is the Stargate begins to radiate a very soft, gentle energy around you. And actually, as you relax, this energy moves through you to a very cellular level. These energies in this meditation, as we move higher, actually vibrate you at the frequency, at the level of your very DNA. Very good.
Very good. And so in a few moments, we will begin to vibrate all the Stargates faster and faster. And as the etheric Stargate raises its vibration, we actually move up through the frequency ranges of your dimensional realities. So we begin this process.
There's nothing for you to do, just to relax. And we are beginning to vibrate all the etheric Stargates faster and faster. moving up out of the third dimensional reality, and we're moving up through the dimensions fairly quickly, moving into that which you would call the fifth dimensional frequency ranges, continuing to accelerate through the fifth into the sixth and up, merging now into the seventh dimensional energetics, where we pause the etheric stargates for a moment as they vibrate in this seventh dimensional energy.
And so your Stargate is now vibrating at this seventh dimensional frequency. And we ask each one of you to ask inside for a strong seventh dimensional energy field in your Stargate.
We call for a strong seventh dimensional energy in all the etheric stargates around the world. And when you ask and stay relaxed, what starts to happen is that as the Stargate radiates these energies around you, your own energetic gently starts to rise effortlessly. It is not something you do. It happens all by itself. And in a few moments, your energy will be resonating in harmony with the seventh dimensional frequencies. It is that easy, it's that simple. It is not a doing, it is a relaxing and an allowing. Just your intention is all that is needed to relax, to allow these energies to support you, to uplift you. Very good.
So now we continue once again to vibrate all the Stargates faster and faster. And so the etheric Stargates raising their vibration, moving up now into your eighth dimensional frequencies, vibrating faster still through your ninth dimension, into the 10th, and vibrating quite rapidly as we move through your 11th dimensional frequencies and into the 12th.
And again, here we pause the Stargate. And as your Stargate vibrates the frequency ranges of the 12th dimension, we ask each and every one of you to ask inside, again with a strong intention, for your Stargate to create a strong 12th dimensional energy field around you.
And so we call for a strong energy field of the 12th dimension.
And as before, as you simply relax, nothing to do, your own energy will continue to rise very gently until again you are in harmony with the energies of the 12th dimension. And these energies will already be vibrating you at a cellular level, stimulating your DNA. Nothing to do, just the gentle, loving energies of this higher consciousness. And as has been said already, as you relax into these 12th dimensional energetics, you become more sensitive to the guides and the many beings who are available to assist you in your awakening process. And so we're going to start by inviting the angelic realm, because they can create an energetic where we all feel safe. We have known about the angels for many lifetimes. Most of us accept their presence in some way or other. And so we're asking each one of you now to ask inside for the presence of the angelic realm. Again, strong intention.
And so we call for the presence of the angels.
And just feel as the energy gently changes around you, as the angels bring their presence into this global meditation. Just noticing the shift in the energy. And you can ask them, come closer. Angels, come closer. With the asking, they can bring more of their energy to you. Very good. Very good. We're going to invite a couple of masters to again hold a stronger energetic field. And so first we are going to start with the one whom we call the Blessed Mother, who is Mary, or Maria. And so we ask each one of you to ask inside for the presence of the Blessed Mother, the mother of this one, Yeshua or Jesus.
And so we are calling for the presence of the Blessed Mother, the Divine Feminine.
And just feel, here she comes, the Blessed Mother, Mary, Maria, just feeling her energy as she joins you and the angels in this global meditation. Invite her closer also. Come closer. In fact, you can ask her to merge her energy with yours if you wish. Very good.
And another ascended master wishing to be with us this day. He is the one known as Gautama the Buddha, one who has shared his light with so many on this earth. And so we ask each one of you now to ask inside for the presence of the Buddha.
We call for the presence of Gautama the Buddha, divine masculine energy. And just feel, here comes the Buddha, feeling his energy, joining the Blessed Mother and the angels, feeling his presence coming and joining us in this meditation. Very good. And now the star families. There are so many beautiful ascended beings in different communities or societies around your universe. Some of them are very connected to the processes that are occurring here on your earth. Others are more of an observer most of the time, but this focus of the universe is what is happening here on the earth. The awakening process that is being moved through by humanity is moving faster than was imagined by the various guides. And so, beloved ones, understand that each and every one of you have lived elsewhere before you became human. Even though you have lived maybe as many as 100 lifetimes in the human form, before you lived here, you lived elsewhere, out there in the universe. The Earth experience is very unique. Beings from around your universe volunteered and were accepted to incarnate here, to create a whole new experience that has never happened in this universe before. This is why there is such interest in what is occurring. Each and every one of you incarnated many lifetimes ago. You came into the body. You experienced the challenges of being human. You moved deeply into unconsciousness, which was actually part of the program. Because in that unconsciousness, you were mixing and merging all the energetics of the many races who are here. And now, after all this mixing and merging, something new is already in the process of evolving, the new human. Your star families, those who have been watching you, waiting for your awakening, are poised to assist you, to join you, to have you aware of their presence. And so we are going to invite few of the more well-known star families. And we invite you just to be very sensitive and have a strong intention when we invite them. So first, we start with those known as the Pleiadians, who have a very strong connection to humanity.
And so we ask each one of you to simply ask with feeling for the Pleiadians to bring their energy presence here and now. And so we are calling for the presence of the star family, the Pleiadians.
And just feel, here they come, bringing their energy. They come in their light bodies, bringing their energy to join the masters and the angels. Feel the vibration, the presence of the Pleiadians. It was the Pleiadians that actually brought consciousness to humanity eons ago. That is another story right now. They made it possible by merging their energies with the human to create an up-leveling of the human vibration, which enabled consciousness to come into the human form. Another star family now. These star families work very regularly with the Stargate, the Arcturans now.
And so again, simply asking, inviting the Arcturans to bring their energy, their presence into your space.
We call for the presence and support of the Arcturans. And again, just feel, here they come, the Arcturans. Can you feel this gentle shift as they bring their loving energy into this global meditation? And with all the guides, you can invite them to come closer if you wish. Come closer. Very good.
And the beings from your star system, Sirius, wishing to join you now. And so again, simply asking, simply inviting.
We call for the presence of the Syrians to bring their energy into this meditation.
And feel, already their energy is rushing into this meditation field. The Syrians.
As each star family joins, they add their energy and their unique vibration into the energy field that is within your etheric Stargate. You are being gently vibrated by the frequencies of the angels, the masters, the star families. As you stay relaxed into this field, your vibration is being uplifted. In a moment, we will invite all the star families so that everyone on this meditation, either now or if they are listening to a recording, everyone will have the potential of inviting their star family into this group meditation. We are going to invite one more, whom we will name, and these are the Lyrans. And so we ask each one of you now to invite the presence and support of these enlightened beings from Lyra.
And so we call for the presence of the Lyrans.
And just feel. Very good. Very good. Understand, beloved ones, that these star families became enlightened as a whole society many of your million years ago on your timeline. The Pleiadians We're the last star family to reach that state from the whole society. And they were given the torch, so to speak, to hand on to humanity. And we said they have a special connection. This is why. They are overseeing the transformation here on the earth. And in times to come, when the whole of humanity, the whole society becomes enlightened, you will take this torch and bring it to yet another planetary civilization, which is already being prepared somewhere in this, your beautiful universe. And so we are asking you now just to allow for the possibility that you came from the stars, not knowing where or when or how. We are not even asking you to believe it. We are asking you to be open to the possibility. Because if you are open to this possibility, and if you ask for your star family to bring their energy to you, whether you know them or not, you might well feel their energy as they approach you. And so we're going to ask each one of you now just to ask inside for your star family or star families. For some of you have lived more than one place in the past. Just asking inside with a strong intention for your star family to bring their energy to you in your etheric Stargate right now.
And so we call for the presence of our families from the stars.
And invite them and feel the gentle shifting in the energy as your star family connect with you. Invite them to come closer. You can give them your permission to work with you, to assist you in the awakening process. They have not been allowed to help you until you give permission. Many of you hearing these words already work with your star families through prior connection, but each and every one of you has the potential to feel and be supported by your star family and others. And so give them your permission to work with you in whatever way they can to support your awakening, your remembering of where you came from before you became human. Very good. Beloved one, the veils are thinning as you raise your vibration. The veils between the dimensions are not elsewhere, they are within you. And it is you who can start to dissolve them by your intention, your meditation, and your working with your various guides to accelerate your awakening process. In the past, you have been told that you have to work hard to gain what you need. It has never been the case. And particularly now, it is absolutely not about hard work. Beloveds, it's about relaxing and allowing. It's about allowing your intuition, which is coming from what we call your superconscious self or your soul. Your superconscious self is trying to guide your humanness through your intuition. So often the intuition is ignored. You have been told in the past that the intuition is nothing but your mind making something up. Why? Because in the old male-dominated societies. The men were afraid of the intuition of the women. And so slowly, intuition was crushed. And you have all been told it is not real. Beloveds, it is absolutely real. Trust your intuition. Follow your intuition. And you will be brought to a much higher level of understanding and creativity in your life. The Stargate is here to assist each and every one of you to create abundance on all levels. Abundance is not just money. We are talking abundance of love, abundance of friendship, abundance of freedom to travel, and so on. And yes, abundance of wealth also. And so, beloved ones, we invite you once more just to ask inside for all those whom we have called into this meditation to bring a stronger energy, to create a stronger energy field around us right now.
And so we call for the presence of all the guides to get stronger. The star families, come closer.
Come closer, all of you, the masters, the angels, create a stronger energy field in our etheric stargates. Very good. And beloved ones, you can stay in this energetic if you wish, simply being relaxed and allowing the support. And then whenever you're ready, without rushing, just allowing the eyes to come open and really connect back into your body and into your room. So we thank you all for participating in this meditation. And we really wish for each one of you, in your own time and whenever it's appropriate for you, to actually start to know your universal connections. We invite you to experience more and more who you truly are, the vastness of who you are, and the eternity that you are. For as most of us already know, we have always been and will always be. We are just experiencing in this vast network of consciousness. Right now we're experiencing being physical. Soon we will move into this state that is called enlightenment, as you call it here. But beloveds, enlightenment is just the first step on the journey. And so we thank you and we bless you. We honor each and every one of you. And we will talk to you again very soon. Good day.
Namaste and total gratitude for that beautiful message and the melding of your souls. So magnificent. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so
you.
much.
Thank
Brigitte
you.
and Jules, please tell us about the Stargate Experience Academy.
That's our website, and you can find all of our meditation series, online courses, our email list. We do many, many free offerings for the world. It's our mission to share this with as many people as we possibly can. So thank you all for being here today.
Yes, the Stargate is creating connections in over 70 countries now. Many, many thousands of people join us. And we welcome you all.
And we're honored to have recently connected with Neil and Joan of Angels, and now you, Dr. Victor. And we're going to be in San Diego for the Ascension conference in April. So really looking forward to the continued co-creation with this community. Yeah, thank you.
Lovely. Thank you.